help them, please?
Sure, I can help. It's showtime.
With your genius, you could be a tremendous force for good in the world.
Well, that was awkward.
Yes, it was.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. We got Colin Phillips back in the building and Dave Ribeiro from Steelers Sanctuary. Guys, how we doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, not too bad. So, a couple things I wanted to get through to kind of start the show off today. So, number one, Garrett Wilson gets paid. Garrett Wilson got paid, and then so did Sauce Gardner. That's 2 monster contracts to give out from the Jets. What did you guys think about both those contracts?
Isn't Sauce the top paid corner now in the league?
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. Coming off a not so great season, right? Not to his standards. So it's the 2 best players on the team, so I could see them trying to lock those guys down. I don't know. I don't know if I would have made Sauce the highest paid corner in the league, but
yeah, I think the corner market, just like the receiver market, it's just too inflated right now. I do think the Jets were smart too. Definitely pay Sauce over Garrett Wilson. I think, having just a true lockdown corner is so rare. I mean, I think Trent and I had talked about this on not last time, but the time before that. There's 25 really fucking good receivers in the NFL. There's 7 great corners, right? And Sauce is one of them. I think $30 million is really steep. I think if the Jets were a smart organization, they could have gotten him down to 25 a year. Just because I think Surtain makes 24.2 or something I saw. But regardless, I think Snead actually makes 27. But regardless, I think locking down Sauce was a good move. I just don't think Garrett Wilson's production matches that how much money he got. And I'm not necessarily a Garrett Wilson hater. I think Trent and I have definitely argued the Wilson thing. I think he's closer to a top 23, 24 receiver than he is a top 10 receiver. But I don't know. I think that he's really gotten screwed with quarterback play and the offensive line and the other failed experiments at wide receiver 2, i.e. Elijah Moore, Mike Williams, etc., Alan Lazard. So I don't know. I think both moves were kind of smart, but I think they were both pretty overpaid, fairly overpaid.
Yeah, it was interesting because Sauce, this was probably his worst season last year of his career, right. Oddly enough, yeah. And then he gets the bag. So I think I agree. I think Sauce is actually probably one of the best corners in the league, but statistically, coming off last year to get this contract, that's a lot of money. The other thing that I saw today that I wanted to get your guys' opinion on, this one could take a little bit of time because I know I'm going to be a little fired up by this one. The Colin Cowherd show, shockingly, is not a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They said one of their analysts says that the team lacks direction. So, Dave, you're the guest. I'm going to start with you on this one. What do you think about this comment about the team lacking direction?
I don't think they understand the whole – Steelers are trying to do 2 things at once, right? They're trying to compete for a championship this year, or do the best they can anyway, and then rebuild the year after. So it's kind of a multi-layered thing they're doing. And Colin Cowherd can barely count his fingers on his toes, so he doesn't understand the dual thing that's going on here. I mean, from the outside looking in, I'm sure it looks like they're kind of all over the board because they're hoarding picks and at the same time signing older veterans. So I get where people might be confused by it, but we all know what's going on here. They're trying to win one more time with TJ and Cam, and then they're going to tear it down hopefully next year and start over with all those draft picks. It's pretty simple. Colin Cowherd was just going for clicks and coming up with this bullshit. And who's this Middlecoff guy all of a sudden? I don't watch Cowherd, but all of a sudden, Steelers Now is quoting him left, right, and sideways about him killing the Steelers all the time. He was an Eagles scout for a minute, and now he's an NFL expert. Get the hell out of here.
Colin, what do you think?
I will preface by I actually love John Middlecoff. I actually love him. He's got a golf podcast that I listen to whenever he does it, like once a week, and I'll listen to his football one every once in a while. I think Middlecoff's got some great stuff. The two biggest things I disagree about him though is his thoughts on the Steelers, and I would say the way he kind of looks at quarterbacks. I think his perspective's a lot different than probably Trent and I at least are. Sorry, Dave, I don't really know your perspective on a lot of these pro quarterbacks right now, but I just think, from talking to Trent for as long as I have, I think he's just got a little bit different of a philosophy. But I like his stuff. I think Colin Cowherd's that guy's as bad as it gets. Sure. He gives some Middlecoff some exposure, so I'll respect him for that. But I agree with you. I mean, the way the Steelers have done things is just different from everybody else in the league, and it has been, and it forever will be, probably. The whole rebuilding on the run, they did it in the early 2000s, right? They traded for James Ferrier, who was a premier middle linebacker at the time. They drafted straight defense. They did a lot of different things. Jeff Harding's got a decent sized 2-year deal in like 2002ish, and then they just drafted this random ass kid out of Miami of Ohio, and it worked like a charm, right? So they kind of did the rebuilding on the run in the early 2000s as well. And I'm sure, I was barely alive, so I don't know what the analysts said at the time, but I think they're doing the same thing right now. I think, a lot of these opinions are really going to change if, Pittsburgh gets a gem in the draft next year, right? I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, so they actually knew what they were doing by going offensive, defensive line for like 4 years in a row, or just little things like that. I think the one thing I can applaud the Steelers on is that we have locked up a pretty solid secondary for the foreseeable future. Our safety one, Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter Jr. Hopefully Porter gets another contract. Two really good middle linebackers, at least putting a lot of effort into the offensive line. Whether it works or not, who's to say? I think Cowherd's easily better than Pony. A couple weapons around. Is it? I don't know. I don't think it gets as bad as Pony. Couple good weapons on the offense. I mean, extending Freiermuth was a good move. I don't know how you feel, Dave, about Freiermuth, but I know Trent and I both like Freiermuth. Good running back group. Metcalf got a good extension. So I don't know. I think a lot of these opinions will change. I can see their confusion for right now, but I don't know. It's so deep into the offseason, you could tell it's July based on what these analysts are saying. It's super obvious that it's July, right? That's kind of the dry spot in the season. So
trying to do 2 podcasts a week and trying to come up with stuff to talk about. It's definitely dry right now.
Right. It's like you feel you kind of feel for some of these guys because it's like, well, the biggest audience sport in the United States, and these guys have to go on air every single day and talk about it at the driest time of the calendar. Like, I don't know. It's hard.
So I put Adam's quote up there about who's better, Cowherd or Pony, because I actually think Cowherd is the national media version of Andrew Filipponi. Like, I think the dude's a complete clown. Like, I think his takes are complete garbage. I don't think he has very many good points most of the time. But listen, this is probably the most clear direction I've seen from this franchise in a long time. I mean, if you think about how much of this roster we have flipped over since Omar Khan's taken over, it is almost the entire offense and defensive sides of the ball in a 3-year span, which name me another organization that's done this and continued to have winning seasons. It's unheard of. It just doesn't happen. And so, like, I know the national media is like going to talk about this, and this is part of this talking point of, because this really has been like a theme for, I think, 2, probably 3 years now, where they've talked about the Steelers have no direction. They have no, they don't know what they're doing. And Omar Khan is getting a lot of flack for some of the moves he's made. Is it pretty easy to say we upgraded at quarterback? I mean, you had your choice between Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, or Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback available in this offseason. This draft class was god-awful. So everybody who's like, oh, the Steelers didn't even draft a quarterback, there wasn't one worth drafting. Cam Ward was not falling. He was the one guy. He was the one guy. Everybody talked about Shedeur. Dude falls to the 5th round. We got Will Howard 1 round later. Like, they were supposed to be this massive gap between the two of them. But, like, obviously the league disagreed with the national media in their analysis on this quarterback class because he fell to the 5th round for reason. Dylan Gabriel went before he did. Dude's like 5'9". So obviously
you guys wouldn't listen.
I hated Shedeur. I'm on. You can check my shit. I've got receipts. But I mean, Rodgers was the best quarterback available in this offseason, and this team was always going into 2026 to get their franchise quarterback. They made the best move they could in 2025, and anybody arguing against that is crazy. They waited on Rodgers. They knew this was happening. Like, it was just a matter of time. This was going to happen. You can see the investments they're putting in the offensive and defensive lines. The Eagles just won a Super Bowl doing the same goddamn thing. It just took them 6-7 years of those investments before it truly paid off. Killing Omar Khan for making the same moves when it's not been 6 or 7 years, we're only the 3rd year into this thing. You lack the direction of how football works. Like, this is all living in the moment type stuff, and I disagree with it. Like, you can't just live in the moment because, as Dave said, we are rebuilding, but we're still winning. That just doesn't happen to me. So saying this team has no direction, in my opinion, is a complete asinine comment, and I think, like, you're just trying to get clickbait at that point.
David, it's freaking Will Howard. Well, there is a world where if I get that one more time, there is a world where this could kind of backfire a little bit when you're trying to do both at the same time and you're not all in on the rebuild. Like, there's been opportunities we've talked about where they could have, like, traded down on the 1st round pick and acquired another 1st round pick next year. Or they could maybe dangle TJ out there and get another 1st round pick and really go all in. If they don't get the quarterback next year, then this is all for nothing.
Yes.
And to be honest, all these 3rd round picks they've acquired is not going to get it done. We're talking probably trading multiple future 1st round picks now to get the quarterback that they want. I know it's deep, right? We think it's deep right now, but we don't know what it's going to be like next April when they go to draft. And we're not going to be the only team, the Steelers, interested in the quarterback. There's going to be a lot of teams jockeying for position for quarterbacks. So while I don't think they're without direction, I think this dual purpose win now and rebuild could bite them in the ass come next year.
It could. I mean, we could draft the guy next year and he could turn out to be a complete flop. And then you're going to sit there and say, like, you did all of this work to acquire all this capital and then you went all in on the quarterback in 26 and then the guy just ends up not being the guy in the NFL. Like, I mean, anything's possible with this. But I think there's a clear direction. The moves that we've made in free agency, I mean, even going back to, like, we get rid of Deontay Johnson because he's a problem in the locker room. We get rid of George Pickens because he's a problem in the locker room. You bring in a Darius Slay, who's a Super Bowl champion, to add to this cornerback room, and you get rid of a guy who was on a career-losing team. I mean, let's just be honest. And that's what it was. Like, you get rid of Minka for all of the greatness that Minka is. He's never won in the playoffs. You bring in Jalen Ramsey, Super Bowl champion. I'm not saying it was all Minka's fault, but I
also a problem
in the
locker room too, though.
Jalen Ramsey was a problem in the locker room, but he's a Super Bowl champion. So are they trying to change a culture and bring a winning culture here with some of the moves they're making in free agency? I think that's the reason why they went after Isaac Seumalo originally, Super Bowl champion. I mean, like, you can see, I think there's direction in where they're moving. And don't get me wrong, the Minka thing, they didn't want to get rid of him. Like that, I still don't think that was a 1-for-1 trade. That was the only way they were getting done what they wanted to get done, and getting Ramsey and Jonnu Smith together. That was the only way that was going to happen. But, like, I feel like the moves and the people that they're bringing in free agency, and the fact that they are stacking draft capital, how can you not say they're not playing for the future? Like, it's an easy direction to see.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand there is a direction. It's clear. They're trying to win now and then stockpile those picks for next year. It's just, I'm curious to see how this all works out, shakes out next year, because I see a scenario where you're trading multiple future first-round picks for the third, fourth best quarterback in next year's draft, because one's not budging. If it's Arch, no one's budging off Arch. And the way Sellers is getting, pubbed around, no one's going to trade off him either.
Take Sellers. Take him.
So
take him.
So let me ask you guys this: Who are your top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Right now,
the big 4 in any order.
Mahomes,
it's the big 4 in any order. So it's the guaranteed top 4, like no question at all, not even debate. Like a whole tier above everybody else is right. Like Mahomes, Lamar, Chase, Allen. Right? Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Like those are the big 4, and it's just there's nobody close. Like you go from those 4, and then it's like, okay, yeah, like Herbert, Love, Baker, Stafford, Goff. You know what I'm saying? Like you got those 4, and then you got down here, and
Okay, hold on. Which of them was the first quarterback taken in the draft class?
Good point. None.
Burrow.
Burrow was the only one.
Except Burrow. I'm sorry. Yeah, except Burrow. Yeah.
Burrow was the only one. Okay, so then 3 of your top 4 quarterbacks were not the first quarterback taken in their class. You don't have to get the top guy. And if you look at, the Super Bowl champions, they're not coming from first overall quarterback selections. And I know Brady and Mahomes kind of weigh this thing down, but if you go back if you go back over 20 something years, I think I did. Did we do this together, Colin? I can't remember. I did an episode where I went back, I think 25 years of Super Bowl champion quarterbacks. None of them were first picks. Not one.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He won, but he didn't win with his original organization either. He won with
Indy.
The Broncos.
He won with the Colts.
He won with
Indy. Okay. You're right. Yeah, okay. So maybe he was one.
He might be one, though.
It's very rare.
It's probably about it.
If you're drafting within the top 5,
well, Manning and
getting
Stafford,
your quarterback,
Manning and Stafford are the only two.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the need is there to get the top guy or the second guy even. If this class is anywhere near as deep as what everyone thinks it is, I think you can get away with getting the 4th or 5th. I mean, they're going to build their board however they want. But their guy could fall right into their laps.
Who are your guys' top 3 quarterbacks for this coming class? If you had to guess right now.
It's tough because we haven't seen Arch play. Arch Manning. I mean,
right.
He's consensus.
The guy who didn't start over Quinn Ewers, sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
That's still strange to me. That's still strange to me that they stuck with Quinn as much as they did. But
I mean,
so you don't like Sellers at all? Who are you, Nussmeier? You like Nussmeier?
I wouldn't touch Sellers. I like guys that I actually like. I'm a Klubnik guy. I like Klubnik a lot. I like Aller. And then I don't love Nussmeier, man. I don't see the vision. I think he should have came out this year. Whether or not I know he had a horrible year last year, but it's like if you suck your junior year, that looks really bad. Like that's a lot of times these quarterbacks, like their junior year is like, holy shit, look at this guy. Right? It's like
year.
Right. That's supposed to be your big year. Now this is Klubnik's junior year. Aller wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. It's so tough right now, but I don't want anything to do with Sellers. I see an SEC kid who's got ridiculous ability to escape the pocket, a monster arm, runs like an absolute bull. I saw that 2 years ago. I saw that 2 years ago with the guy that wears number 5 on the Colts.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think
who's that guy. Who's that guy who wears number 5 on the Colts? So we saw this exact same fucking little cutesy little scenario. Right?
Yeah, but he only started what 8-10 games in his college career. Sellers is going to have a lot more starts under his belt than that.
Okay, what if we see similar things? What if we see a 62% completion percentage in college?
Then you're worried. Then you're worried for sure.
Then you're worried. That's my fear with him. I want like I
like Klubnik. I'm with you on Klubnik. I like Klubnik.
Yeah.
Aller gives you Josh Allen if he's in the right spot.
I heard a comparison of Aller, and I wish I could remember it.
I mean, he's had me and Trent playing wide receiver 1 and 2 for 3 years.
I gave you a comparison of Aller not too long ago. Dante Culpepper.
That's right. It was you.
It's a great quarterback.
I'll take
Culpepper was a great quarterback.
I'll take 20% better Dante Culpepper all day.
That was my comp for Drew Aller right now. I think he's got a lot of
better than that.
He's got a lot of Culpepper in his game, in my opinion.
He's very divisive. People hate him, or people love him. It's kind of no in between with Drew Aller.
He played in a weird. Drew Aller. Okay, I thought you were talking about Culpepper. I was like, he played in a weird era.
Nah.
This is going to be key right here.
Yeah, I mean, this is Aller doesn't have excuses this year. He doesn't have excuses this year. I won't give him the excuse. Trent, you can hold me to that.
Ooh. Christian Hattenberg, come on.
All right.
That's rough.
Come on.
I mean, Hackenberg was very highly rated coming out of high school too. He was the top quarterback in his class, I think, wasn't he? Second?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
But...
I think for me, Klubnik right now is probably the guy that I feel the best about.
Yes.
In this class.
I hear a lot of draft guys rave about Nussmeier. And I'm with you, Colin. I don't see it. Like, I didn't see a good year last year, but some of the draft guys just rave about him. Like, he's going to be so good and this and that.
Same draft guys who rave about Anthony Rich. I take draft guys with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a couple I like, but you're right. Yeah. They get on their guys and they don't get off.
They have agendas.
Some will get on their guy and they won't ever let off. Like, no matter what happens.
These guys are paid to have agendas, so.
Yeah.
Bob on now.
I will
quarterback.
Yeah. I will say this. I think Lenora Sellers is intriguing.
I'm very intrigued by him.
Yeah. His stats were better than I thought they were going to be. He had 65.6% completion percentage. I think he has a stigma because of his athleticism and his size that he isn't like a polished passer by any means. Like, hear a lot of people talk about, not size-wise, but just the dual threat ability, him and Lamar, because of the athleticism. But I think he's more polished than people think he is. He's interesting. I think he's an interesting guy, and we'll see what he does this year. But he's another guy who's in a school that doesn't have a lot around him. So I think between he and Drew Aller, those two are pretty comparable in what they have around him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So Nussmeier at this very moment is 23.4. So week one, 2026, he'll be 24.6. I mean, Aller's going to be barely 22. Klubnik's going to be barely 22. Arch Manning's going to be barely 21. Sam Levitt is going to be 21.5, almost 22. Carson Beck's going to be 20. Carson Beck's going to be 24. Lenora Sellers is going to be about 22.5. I mean, after that, I'm not touching that Nico kid or Fernando Mendoza or that Pavia or who am I missing? There's some Oklahoma kid that a lot of people are talking about. Those are the certain guys. I mean, realistically, Pittsburgh, no matter where Pittsburgh's going to be in the first round, they are going to be on the radar for Arch Manning, Cade Klubnik, Drew Aller, Garrett Nussmeier, and Lenora Sellers, and probably Sam Levitt. I actually do like Sam Levitt.
He's an interesting guy.
I like guys who compete, and that's why I love Rodgers. He says, "Hey, fuck you, I'm going to compete." So, I mean,
have you ever gotten a Trubisky comparison? That's what the people want to know, Colin. Have you been compared to Mitch Trubisky in the past?
Back in my playing days, it was more of a Wes Welker in my playing days.
I'd be willing to bet you've completed as many passes.
I think I got him by a few. I think I have him by a few. So.
What about Carson Beck? What do you guys think about Carson Beck? Dave's asking.
Over Aller and Norris, get the hell out of our. Get this guy out of the chat, Trent, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Not over those guys. He's kind of an intriguing guy too.
Me and Colin did a quarterback episode before last year started too. We did it right before. Was it on a Saturday right before college football season started? I think we did it real close to the season. I said Carson Beck was fucking overrated back then. I still think he's overrated. I think the dude is a complete fucking bum. Like, he reminds me. I think I said, if I remember right, I think I said he gives off Mac Jones vibes. Like, he have high completion percentage, but he's a fucking bum. I still think he's a bum.
He's bad.
Is he the second quarterback taken in last year's draft? Probably.
Mac Jones?
No, Carson Beck.
He
After
wasn't
Ward?
drafted.
He drafted Jackson Dart or him, basically, as the second quarterback.
I think I'd have taken. Oh, I hate Jackson Dart. I still probably have fucking taken Jackson Dart. I think Carson Beck's a bum, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think that
the
dude.
second quarterback taken.
I would have taken
Carson Beck doesn't last 3 years in the NFL. He's not going to make it past 3 years. I don't care what round he goes in.
Good.
He can be a first round pick. That fucker's gone.
Good call, James.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I would have taken Dart over Beck.
Yeah.
I would have taken Shedeur over both.
Oof. CFL legend Shedeur Sanders. Is that what you're talking about?
Jackson Dart's well on his way, pal. Jackson Dart's well on his way.
We'll see.
UFL.
I've been hearing this for months.
Birmingham Stallions 2029.
I've been hearing this for months, how bad he is, and he ended up 5 rounds ahead of Shedeur Sanders.
So the Giants, man, what are we doing? I mean,
it's a pretty good quarterback coach there in New York. Pretty good evaluator of talent. We'll see.
This is actually what I think too. I think actually, because you're only giving him like 3 games in one full season. Like, that's 15 total games.
What are we talking about?
I think he's talking about about our boy Bob from the Steelers Sanctuary podcast.
Because you both hate Jackson Dart so much.
Jackson Dart, yeah. I think Dart sucks too, personally.
He sucks.
And here,
you guys are so wrong on Jackson Dart. You're so wrong.
I've been bashing Jackson Dart throughout this entire draft process, and I'd still take that motherfucker over Carson Beck. So if that tells you anything, that tells you how much I hate Carson Beck. That alone should tell you everything.
I'm actually with you. I'm with you.
Let's see what Carson Beck does in Miami. That's it.
Probably get another DUI and get kicked off the fucking campus.
Nothing. Like nothing. Dude,
it's a rough crowd.
Beck and Ewers were the 2 most obvious, like, hey, I'm going to go in the 5th round. Like, I'm sorry. I don't see a world where Beck goes above the 3rd.
Colin, you're getting all kind of love on the lookalike stuff this podcast. I mean, I was not ready for all this.
I actually forget what Mitch Trubisky looks like. Hold on.
I like Dave Wannstedt. Pull up Dave Wannstedt. You do look a little bit like him.
There is some Wannstedt in there.
All right, let's talk about football. And enough of my appearance. I actually see that.
It's kind of cracking me up. I'll be honest with you. In the chat, I think the people are rolling into this right now just because of the Colin lookalike cover. That's all we're here for. That's all we're here for. All right.
I'll take it, I guess, dude.
Do you guys have anything else on the college quarterbacks before we switch gears here a little bit to the current Steelers?
I think we covered it.
Big pun, yes. Bo Nix FC, we are here, and I will never let Trent forget that I was Bo Nix.
I did miss on that one. We'll see what happens in year 2. But yeah, I did miss on Bo Nix. I did not think he would translate.
Dude,
all right.
Look at that comment. What?
What's going on here?
Pedro Pascal. Are you getting some Pedro Pascal thrown in there now?
I was here to talk football, by the way. Just
for
the record.
All right.
Oh, man. What's going on here?
Let's rein this thing in. The rails have just completely gone off. All right. So, listen, we've got a new running back, no matter how you look at it in Pittsburgh. Najee Harris has moved on. Jaylen Warren. Colin, I'm going to start with you because you've taken a little bit of a beating in the comments so far. How are you feeling about Jaylen Warren as a lead back in Pittsburgh right now?
No. Caleb Johnson's the perfect fit, man. Like, I hated to see Najee go. I love Najee, but I was like, Okay. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Caleb Johnson's a perfect fit. I mean, he's a wide zone back. He gives you everything that Todd Gurley would give you. Plus, that is probably the most accurate pro comp I've ever given a human being. was Caleb Johnson and Todd Gurley, and I'm gonna be correct for the record. I don't know. Quentin Johnson to Kevin White was a good one, Trent. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one too. Anyway, Caleb Johnson's got to be the starter. I'm sorry. The people want to see it. The people have to see it. So I don't know. I'm kind of done with the Warren thing. He had a cute little rookie year, but I wasn't all that impressed last year. He was okay in 23. He's just not a lead back. He's an RB2, and that's okay. It's a committee's league. It is a committee's league now. That's okay. But yeah, I don't see it.
I feel like we're gonna have some consensus on this one, Dave. How you feel?
Yeah, you know how I feel about Caleb Johnson. I think this was the apple of Tomlin's eye from the beginning. We talked about it a couple times on the pod. They brought some smaller backs in, like Dylan Sampson and all that. And that was just cover. They weren't really going to draft a small back like that. Tomlin likes his big. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That was smoke screen. Tomlin likes a 6'1", 225. Okay,
yeah.
that was going to be.
I was afraid they were going to draft Ollie Gordon. I told those guys.
I was mortified,
petrified that that's what the move they were going to make.
Listen,
so I was tickled pink when they drafted Caleb Johnson because I'm like, we dodged one there, boys.
He's a more dynamic. Nobody ever said
100%.
Nobody ever claimed that Najee was more explosive than I never once claimed that Najee was like more explosive, faster, whatever. I just think I like Najee's game better. I like that style of back better. That's my personal style of back. Like, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, except like that's kind of just my style. If you like Warren better, that's great. But Caleb Johnson is the better football player. I hope we could all be perfectly clear.
Now, I do think Warren's a very good back, and
very good is so like, dude, very good.
I mean, last year he was hurt, so we didn't.
How many very good backs are there in the NFL?
Maybe very good. It's a little extreme.
Nine very good backs in the NFL, and fucking Jaylen Warren's one of.
Oh,
come on.
23. He had like 800 yards rushing, split in time with Najee, mind you, and another 300 or 400 receiving.
I agree with Big Pun. Najee played with, and I get it. They both play with the same offensive line.
Let's be honest.
They both played with the same offensive line, but Jaylen Warren's stuff is a little inflated. You have to understand a lot of it came on long third downs or draw designs or counter designs, whatever it might be. Najee's was kind of like hey, here's the ball every single first down, go run. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, that's Matt Canada special.
Yeah,
but
I'm with Dave. Yeah,
I think I've called Jaylen Warren a high-end RB2.
I agree.
Which is fine.
Exactly what I just said.
That is fine. Like, we don't.
I can agree with that.
I mean, look, you didn't draft Caleb Johnson, who is a wide zone running back through college, who is the exact mold that Mike Tomlin likes, who is exactly who Arthur Smith wanted in the draft, so that he could fucking sit on the bench as RB2. I mean, yes, he would split carries, but like, the dude's going to be the starter. It's probably going to be sooner rather than later. I have said I'm pretty so sold on Caleb Johnson as a prospect. I think he starts week 1. And I know a lot of people think that that's outrageous because Tomlin doesn't give things away to rookies. They just gave it to Derek Carman. He's a carbon copy of Cam Hayward, according to all these, analytics guys and people who, study the draft and this and that. Caleb Johnson is exactly what Arthur Smith dreams about when he goes and builds this offense out. I mean, this is like the carbon copy of what Arthur Smith wants. You think that guy's not going to be your starter? He don't care if he's a rookie. The running back position is the easiest position to translate from college to the pros. This guy is tailor-made to be a bell cow if they want him to be. I don't see how he's not the starter. And Jaylen Warren can stay in the same role he's been in. Yeah. He was really good at that role. Like, why are we trying to make him into something he's not?
Yeah, we talked about it in the prep a little bit. He's 5'8", 250. He's not built like a lead back. He's a smaller guy. He's the perfect second banana to whoever is the lead back on this team. It's a perfect combination right now. But you're right. Caleb's going to be the starter.
Yeah, and so Jalen's best season, I'm going to bring this up because Pun just made this comment. He had 4 fumbles that season where he had 800 yards.
Caleb Johnson had 3 missed games his whole fucking college career. I saw an injury waiting to happen thing. I saw an injury thing. And yes, No, he missed 3 games his whole college career. He started 3 years. Now that does worry me a little bit. That's a lot of workload in college, but I mean Najee started 4 years. It's hard to sit yeah, Caleb
is he talking about Warren getting hurt too much?
That might be it.
Because Richard's talking about Warren getting hurt too, and
I agree.
Yeah, he's.
I could see that. I mean, now everybody's kind of lighting up about the fumble stuff. I don't think so either, and that's okay. That's okay. He's really, really good at what he does. You know, if he's your change of pace guy, and he's really good on third down, and he's good at blocking and receptions and all this stuff, like, you don't need this guy to be your every down carry type guy. Like, you need him to be really good at the role he's really good at. I wouldn't change him. I know that's not what Warren's going to want to hear. But
what does Gainwell fit into this? Because Gainwell's really the third down back type thing, right? So
I don't know if we see much Gainwell. I'm going to be super honest, man. I don't know how much Gainwell we'll see on offense. I think he's going to be a lot of like return guy. It's going to be really. I think Trent and I had talked about this. Like, I'm really curious who they're going to have. Like, I know Calvin Austin is like our punt returner, but I could see Gainwell taking quite a few punt returns as well. I don't really know how that's going to work.
I mean, Calvin Austin's no superstar at punt returner. He could easily lose that job.
Yeah,
I thought he was a pretty good punt returner.
He did fine.
He was fine. Yeah, he wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah. Average.
I think the biggest thing we have to look at from a running back one perspective, Arthur Smith's system, it screams Caleb Johnson, right? Like, it's not a Jaylen Warren scheme. So I think that's pretty much the telling factor. I mean, if Jaylen wanted to start, he'd go to Sean McVay. He'd go to Kevin O'Connell. He'd go to Kyle Shanahan. He'd go to Matt LaFleur.
He'd thrive in those offenses. Yeah, he'd absolutely thrive in those offenses.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, okay. That's what we're saying. He's really good at that role. He should stay in that role, in my opinion. I mean, you're not going to get any argument out of me. He does some really special things on third down.
Yeah.
So I don't want him to change. I don't want him to be the lead back. Like, keep him exactly in what he's done really well.
If he can take 40% of the workload, of the workload, I'm cool with it. He's a good player. It's just Caleb's the better football player. I mean,
yeah, I agree. Do you think he gets another contract here? Dave and I were starting to look at this before you jumped into the pregame or pre-show stuff.
I have no idea.
It depends on what he asks for, right? I mean, you'd like to have him around in that role for a couple of years. I mean, it's a perfect combination.
Well, it's his fourth year. I mean, he's going into his 4th year. That in running back years is like 45. So,
but we looked at his touches. He's got like 500 touches total in those 4 years. It's nothing. It's like no use whatsoever. So he's still probably got 3 or 4 years left in him for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting because he is that 27, that age of like the NFL says you don't pay a running back, but his usage hasn't been anywhere near. I mean, if you're talking about Najee at 27 versus Jaylen Warren at 27, they're 2 different people.
Right.
So it's going to be really interesting. I don't personally think he gets a contract again. I think they're going to fall in love with KJ, and he's going to be the guy, and they'll just go draft another guy late. And Gainwell was on 2-year contract, right?
I believe so.
When he signed, so you still will have him next year. So
early 26.
No,
early 26.
No. I've seen this.
Running back early.
I've seen that too.
No.
Hell, who's the network that had us drafting a running back in the first round?
First round, yeah, I saw that.
Who the fuck do you think's going to play quarterback here? We're not,
dude.
Like,
I mean, they have 4 or 5 third-round picks. They could maybe use one of those on a running back if
it's a pretty damn good spot to draft a running back. So
yeah,
but early first, second, no way.
No.
Yeah.
We do. Do we have a second next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We have all the draft picks as of now.
Yeah. 1 first, 1 second, 3 thirds.
I think we have 11 picks.
2,
if I'm not mistaken.
12. I think we're at 12 right now. Right?
That's crazy.
Because of Minka, yeah.
So, yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're probably going to end up with 1 3rd-round pick because I feel like we're going to be trading.
Yeah.
Either trade back into the second round or trade up in the 1st round.
You have
get
to
your guy
because
quarterback. Like you're going to lose some of these.
Right. The way this team looks, if we had to guess, I'm guessing we'll have like the 25th, 26th pick next year. So we have to trade up. Like,
yeah, have to.
Yeah.
Getting a quarterback outside the top like 12 is very hard to do and be successful with. I couldn't name more than like 3 right now that were drafted outside the top 12 that are like actually good players. So
yeah, you got to get in that. I'd say top 10, but at least
I don't disagree. While you guys actually talk about the next thing, I'm gonna go on Spot Track and see what teams have quarterbacks like under future deals. That way we could get an idea.
All right, cool. So I'm going to switch gears here again. So obviously training camp is getting closer. We're edging ever so slightly closer to actually having some fucking football and something to really talk about on here. Let's talk about some breakout candidates offensively and defensively. So I want to start on the offensive side of the ball because for the love of God, we need to put some more points on the board. Need somebody to break out on that side. Dave, while he's doing some research, who are some guys that you might have on the offensive side of the ball you can see being breakout players?
I struggled on the offensive. Besides the obvious, I think we all think Caleb Johnson's going to break out. I think we all think that. Would you consider Zach Frazier a breakout? I think he's headed towards an all-pro type season. I think he really is going to be one of the premier centers in the league.
Yeah.
In 26, 25. I really do. I think we're going to see even more big things from Zach Frazier.
That's hard because he rated as the number 3 overall center last year, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, he's already pretty highly rated, but I mean,
but not an all-pro, so that's still in the cards.
That's in his future. Short of that, and Caleb, do you have one off the top of your head? On offense?
Well, I'm gonna start. I think Broderick Jones is a better player, even if he's a top 50. If he's a mid, like okay, he plays pretty well. Left tackle. That's a breakout season for him. He's been one of the worst right tackles in the NFL. So, like, if he just plays okay, you can consider him having a breakout season. But I think he does. I think he plays much better on the left side than he did on the right side. It seems like he's doing the right things, right? He's kind of dropping some weights to try to play faster. He's gotten beat off the ball a lot, so I think maybe adding some quickness into his game is going to help him being more comfortable on the left side into his natural position. That could be something that I think is something that benefits him.
Is he the single most important player on this team?
Has to be.
If he shits the bed, there's no backup. There's no backup in Pittsburgh right now. So if he goes, the whole offense goes. They've got a lot of eggs in Broderick Jones' basket.
Yeah, Collins brought this up every show, I think, so far. Like, it's both tackles. I mean, this team's only going as far as both tackles.
I got Fautanu. Fautanu's my breakout.
Yeah.
Fautanu. I'm a lot more confident in Fautanu, and frankly, fellas, I don't think as Steelers fans we are lucky enough to have both tackles work. So it'll be Fautanu. I think it'll be Fautanu is our actual good tackle. For a while. It's so kind of sad but funny as a Steelers fan. Like, for all the success we've had as a franchise, we really haven't had very many great tackles at all.
We talked about this. It's brutal. The history of tackle in the Steelers is just awful.
The fact it's like Tunch Ilkin and then like Marvel Smith. After that, it's horrible. Like
Villanueva,
if that. But Fautanu is going to be I think Fautanu is going to be a great offensive lineman in this NFL for a long time. I do. I really, really do. But yeah, like Trent said, I've said it every time, and I'll say it till this week 1. This team goes as far as the tackles will take us, as far as the tackles are willing to take us. We got a 41-year-old back there. We have a rookie running back. We have a shitty receiving core. Team goes as far as the tackles take us. So, yeah.
Yep, I agree. Broderick Jones is super important to this team. Just to be average. If he's just average, then we're in business. But if he's as bad as he was last year, there's gonna be a lot of problems. And they did not address the position as if a depth at all.
Yeah.
No, there's nobody behind Broderick Jones.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If he turns out to be a left tackle,
well, that's good timing.
A real left tackle, it's a great time to have that happen. The lack of mobility with questionable tackle play. Do you guys think so? Corb in the comments brought up the chiseled god himself, Roman Wilson. Do we think Roman Wilson could be a breakout candidate?
Yes.
No. I don't see it. He's a third-round pick that couldn't even get on the field last year, and now suddenly he's going to be a breakout. I don't see how that happens.
Antonio Brown was a 6th-round pick who barely got in the field other than special teams in 2010.
We're not really comparing him to Antonio Brown, are we? I mean,
size is the exact same. He's exact same size.
And eternity different.
How do we know? One was a 3rd round and one was
he didn't do anything in Michigan either, really. He was just okay.
Antonio Brown was just okay at Central Michigan.
Yeah, boy. If you're
Roman Wilson was a consensus. Trent, am I wrong? Was Roman Wilson not pretty consensus on like everybody's big board as a top 50 to 60-ish player in the class? Yes or yes?
Yeah, I think he was actually.
And Antonio Brown was drafted at 199th. So it's hard to say. And again, he went to Central Michigan. At least Roman Wilson went to a blue blood. Antonio Brown went to fucking Central Michigan. And they had the exact same size frame. One's 5'11", 180. The other one's 5'10", 180. One runs a 4.39. The other ran a 4.57. Like, it's not like we're talking about like night and day different players. Now, is Antonio Brown going to eventually end up being better all time than Roman Wilson? I mean, yeah, but it's so hard to sit there and just say that, oh yeah, this guy's going to suck. This guy's just going to fucking suck. Does Calvin Austin suck?
Yeah.
He sucks?
He's average. He's average.
So if Roman Wilson's average, exactly. He had much better stats in college. Coming out of the draft, he was a much higher regarded prospect. Athletically, he's much better. He went to a better school. What the fuck are we discussing?
We're discussing a Hall of Famer compared to a guy who could barely get on the field.
He's a Hall of Famer after the fact.
We can't be comparing these two. We cannot be comparing these two. You can't be serious.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
Antonio Brown.
I get it.
Top 3 receiver in the history of the league, maybe.
He's right there. I get it. He's generational.
God.
He's generational. I get it. But like Roman Wilson,
Wilson will be lucky to be on this roster in 2 years.
Dude.
1 year.
Tom Brady didn't play. Aaron Rodgers didn't play a single snap till his 4th year in the NFL.
You're comparing him to the all-time greats in the NFL. This is Roman Wilson.
I'm just saying we haven't seen anything yet to jump to a conclusion. We haven't. It's just not fair. It's just not fair.
If he had 30% of the talent Antonio Brown had, he would have been on the field at the end of last year. The talent would have overcome any. He had to beat out Justin Jefferson.
You know how Tomlin is.
Come on.
You know how Tomlin is.
Mike Williams.
You know how Tomlin is, though. And he wasn't going to play he wasn't going to play Z anyway. He wasn't going to play Z.
No.
Not with Van Jefferson there. Not with Mike Williams or Van Jefferson. And it's, again, receiver, it's such a hard position to just sit there and like, oh, all of a sudden you come in with 3 games left in the year. Right? I mean, I think it's ridiculous. You haven't even given him a chance yet. What happens if the first game of the year, and Aaron Rodgers likes this kind of receiver. Let's all be perfectly clear about that. He's like Randall Cobb, but like 0.2 faster. So what happens if he goes for 150 and 2 the first game of the year? What are you going to say on the next podcast, pal?
Well, we'll see. Let's see. Let's let it happen before you're taking giant leaps there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Could you just let it happen?
150 more yards than he has in his career. I mean, come on.
Dude.
So let me ask you this. If Roman Wilson's a serious breakout candidate, why are we still talking about wide receivers in the free agent market or trade?
Who's we? Us Couch Podcast?
No. The Steelers have been poking around at every wide receiver
Yeah, they're still making
That's not out
calls.
there.
I mean, they're getting tied to him by people, whether they know anything or don't know anything. They're still getting tied to wide receivers pretty much all across the board. They're tied to trades with the Green Bay Packers. They're tied. The Greg Jennings thing came up, and like 2 hours later, 15 outlets have the Steelers as like one of the top like money betting lines to trade for him. Like, I think that the Steelers organization's saying the right things about Roman Wilson, but I'm not sure that everybody's sold on Roman Wilson as a player yet because we just haven't seen anything from him.
Listen, I don't mean to be disrespectful by saying, I'm just saying, like, let's let him play more than 7 snaps in the entire fucking career.
I'm willing to
sit there. It's
I'm
all
willing
I
to give him a
ask.
chance, but
Yeah, I don't know if
have
he's
high
going to be
hopes.
good. I don't know if he's going to be good. I don't know if he's going to be bad. But like Deontay Johnson was a 3rd rounder. Granted, he played his first year, so that was way different. But I don't know. It's
Patterson.
Somehow Cordell Patterson makes it into every episode that he showed up.
Won't we all be relieved when we don't have to hear that name ever again? I mean, isn't it time?
He should have been cut the first second he started crying about whatever contract somebody got, and he's in his driveway shoveling snow, whatever the hell he was. They should have just cut him that day. I'd have been fine with that. This is a brutal group in the comments section today. Everybody's getting. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let's start arguing about the defensive side of the ball because we haven't argued about the defense yet. So who's some breakout candidates on the defensive side of the ball?
I guess you got to go Peyton Wilson, right? That's the big one that sticks out. He's potentially a big time player.
I'm gonna stick with last year, man. I'm still gonna go Keanu Benton.
I don't hate that either.
Yeah,
I don't hate that either.
Still
I wish
gonna
they use him
Keanu
differently.
I trust me, Dave, brother. Me and you will give each other knucks next time we see each other. Because I'm with you. But
if he's gonna play nose all year, then
we have to have this discussion. Big Pun's final comment right there. We have to have the JPJ discussion. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I'm with you again. I don't see it either.
I don't see it. I don't see it. The fucker won't stop fucking grabbing people. He just won't. And it's like, it doesn't matter what veterans, what you do with him. It's you had a top 3 safety duo in the league. He couldn't have been worried about getting beat deep last year. He had Minka and Deshaun Elliott back there. You can't get much better than that from a safety perspective. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I feel bad because I wanted nothing more than the whole, oh my God, Joey Porter and his son, that's so cute. They're both so good. Like, I would have loved nothing more. But if I'm being honest to God, pine him. Pine that fucker. Start Ramsey and Slay. Seriously.
The problem is if you bench him, we talked about this, then you probably crushed his confidence to the point where you might not get him back. You have to run him out this year and see if he can do it. But I agree with you. Now he's got the reputation, which is even worse now because all the refs are watching him. So it's going to be even harder for him to succeed because he can't even do a little bit of what he likes to do, which is clutch and grab and hold. So it's going to be a rough year.
How the fuck is he going to cover Tyreek Hill?
He can't. Period.
Yeah.
Can't.
Right? Like,
can't.
I think
I don't know.
Bringing Slay and Ramsey into the fold should give 0 excuses to Joey Porter Jr. from now on because they can play the style of defense they want to and put him in more man situations than what they've done in the past. And it takes all of his excuses out the window because I think
this is my last year giving JPJ a chance. I will say that.
Yeah.
There's quite a few players on this team where it's like this is kind of my last year. So
they were so zone heavy with him, and he's not a zone corner, and so I did give him some benefit of the doubt.
Sucked.
That should be eliminated this year. This is his one chance to truly show like he is the guy who got drafted as the 32nd pick of that draft. Like if he doesn't
shock you
do it this year,
but Tomlin still plays zone even with all these man corners. Would that shock you at all? Because it wouldn't shock me at all. Because the man is risk averse on defense. He doesn't want. That's why Minka was 40 yards back in the backfield because he didn't want to take chances. That's why they don't blitz. He doesn't want to take chances.
Well, what's kind of sucks though is like Ramsey and Slayer are both really good zone players too. Like that
there you go.
That kind of sucks. So
There you go.
I think
I agree here. Actually, I actually do kind of agree.
Yeah,
We have a problem developing our DBs. It's been the case for a long time. We can't deny it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we can't draft them. We can't develop them.
Right. We haven't developed a DB since William Gay. I would say Ike Taylor, but that was like 5 years before William Gay.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was a good run. We had some dudes: Polamalu, Clark, Deshae Townsend, Ike Taylor, William Gay, like in order. Like that was a good fucking group of guys. Chris Hope was a good safety. I mean, we had some good dudes that we developed, but I don't know. Since Dick LeBeau, it's just it's been horrible.
And what's the common change between then and now? I mean, the blitzes have gone down, the exotic blitzes, the disguising coverages, things like that. We aren't doing those things like we used to, and I think that's the biggest issue. And I think
even Keith Butler,
I might be more hopeful than really honestly believing in this, but I feel like if you have Aaron Rodgers in the building, I did like Brian McFadden. I was going to mention it when you guys are going about that, but I think if you have Aaron Rodgers in the building, you feel like you can score more points with this offense than what we've had in the past. And I hope that they take some of this risk-adverse crap out the window, either because Tomlin truly believes in a guy who's a multi-time MVP, or because Aaron Rodgers just doesn't fucking listen. He does what he wants anyway and makes the offense actually take some chances. And then they allow the defense to start taking some chances. And they actually play like we used to. Maybe I'm more hopeful than believing that's going to happen, but man, you've got to get more into the press man situations and start bringing the blitzes back now that you've got this group, right? Like you have to. If you're not going to do it now, you might as well just fucking dump the entire coaching staff and just be done.
And with TJ getting killed with all the triple teams and stuff, that you would think they would have to.
And that pass rush is fucking nuts. Could you imagine? Could you just real quickly imagine just like TJ Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Keanu Benton, Cameron Hayward, and Derek Harmon just coming on all that fucking. I mean, come on, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? That'd be nuts.
It would be. I mean, you've got two inside linebackers that are great blitzers.
And
like,
they're both like
potentially.
they're both 4.5 guys.
Yeah.
Like Peyton Wilson's 4.44, Patrick Queen's like 4.52. Like these are obnoxious
perfect guys to do it.
Fast. Yeah.
I mean, aside from just disguising the defenses and things like that, they need to mix personnel more. They tried that 3 linebacker look sparingly. Rotate some of that shit in there and just confuse the offense. I mean, they've got to do different things than what we've done in the past. Like, you've got to. I don't know if we'll ever see a zero blitz for as long as Mike Tomlin's the coach here again, but
no.
I think Denver ruined that one.
Yeah,
but
he's burning the tape on that one. You've never seen that again.
Yeah, but I mean, you really need to. You got to change this thing up. This cannot be what we've seen the last few years, right? I mean, you can't just be getting out of base and you're in the nickel, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, where's TJ Watt? Yeah, we know where TJ Watt is. Okay, we're going to send 3 guys over there.
Yep.
Just see who wins.
This is the by far like the best defense. This is the best defense we've had since that 2019 team, and that was a really good team.
Yeah.
I mean, the best DB room since it was Joe Hayden, Mike Hilton, Steven Nelson, and then Minka and Terrell Edmonds. Like that was a great group. Our inside linebackers weren't even that good. I mean, we had Schobert Schobert was a couple years later. It was Devin Bush and
was it the Miles Jack year?
No, Miles Jack was 22,
the year
23.
before.
Wasn't it Vince Williams?
Yeah.
Oh,
Vinny Williams,
yeah.
Devin Bush, and then on the defensive line it was TJ, Bud Dupree, Tuitt, and Hargrave and Hayward. I mean that group was awesome, and I think this group's better. I do. I mean the inside linebackers are double, and then from just a veteran experience standpoint, you're way better with Slay and Ramsey. Is Joey Porter comparable to like a Steven Nelson or maybe like a late career Joe Hayden? Sure. Do we have a safety like Minka? No, but we have a safety a lot better than Edmonds with Elliott.
Yeah. Who is the free safety? Are we going? Is Thornhill the guy?
Thornhill.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right? I mean, with Ryan Watts like fucking dead, paralyzed, whatever the fuck happened to him.
Medical retirement.
Yeah.
That is a shame. I shouldn't joke about that.
Yeah.
I thought he had potential as a safety too.
I did too. And a special team.
I've said in base, I think in base defense, it's going to be Jaylen Ramsey. And then when they're out of base and they're in the nickel or the dime packages, right now it's Thornhill.
Could be.
Think they make a move?
Right.
Another move for another DB?
Yeah.
For safety. Justin Simmons, Blackman, I mean, anybody who's ever played actual free safety.
I'd feel better if they brought one of those guys in. I mean, I know Simmons is getting old, but
I was going to say, no, I am not trading the Commanders TJ Watt for Marshawn Lattimore. But anyway. Yeah, no. That joke didn't go as funny as I planned.
it's in shock for a minute there. That's what it was.
Yeah, I do think they will sign Blackman. I mean, I don't know if you guys follow Derek. I know Trent does. I don't know Dave and Corb if you guys follow Derek Bell, but he put out an article about it, like what he thought about the Blackman / Simmons situation. So anyway.
I did see that article. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Figured it was a good read. So I'm going to fall fast asleep on UDFA Sebastian Castro. Yes, I will. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm laying in
he's
bed
getting
currently.
A lot of pub.
Future Hall of Famer Sebastian Castro.
Yeah. Trent's high on Castro.
I think
he makes the team.
It's the yearly Steelers fans go apeshit about a 7th to undrafted round guy, and it was like the Corey Trice in the 7th round. Holy shit, this guy's gonna be insane! And then you have the. It's just
I've seen Trice about 4 times in the chat tonight. I mean,
I have too, and I haven't commented.
When are we gonna stop? When are we gonna stop?
Or a couple years back before that, when it was like, oh my god, this Spencer Anderson kid's gonna be the future left tackle. No, stop it. And this year, fucking Castro, and who the hell do we take in the 7th again? It was Corey Kent. Yeah. Oh, this kid's gonna be the punt returner of the year for the next decade. Like, stop.
Are we trading TJ to bring Minka back?
Yes. Yes, dude. Hall of Fame Herbig and Alex Highsmith on my edges. I'm great. Hashtag bring back Jeremiah Moon.
Tuzar Skipper, there's another good name.
Yeah,
that was another one people were crazy about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Carson Bruner reminds me of Avery Williamson.
Oh, good call. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
Any other breakouts on the defense that you guys think of? Such an older defense, it's hard to pick out any breakout guys. I mean, it's a pretty old defense. I mean, I think Colin and I called our boy last year, and he gets paid this year. So I don't know. It's such an old defense. Can you say Derek Harmon is the guy, or can Nick Herbig be the guy? As a backup, and gets to rack up quite a few sacks.
I think Harmon's going to be a good player. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah. He's got to be of all of them the breakout candidate because he's the only one that's not established.
Yeah,
and is actually going to play on this defense.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Sneak in some snaps, maybe in the slot, depending on what happens with Jaylen Ramsey.
Who?
Dante Kent.
Yeah,
Dante Kent.
I mean,
his coverage ability scares me.
Kind of boom or bust guy, which is not a Tomlin trait that he's going to like. But
he's a 7th rounder, man. I mean, I take those with a grain of salt anyway.
Yeah, you're kind of, especially now with NIL. I mean, the 6th, 7th, even I would even go as high as the 5th, 6th, 7th round guys. They just aren't what they were because I mean, the kids are getting paid to stay in school. But why? If you know you're a bottom round guy, why would you even come out? I mean, you're basically taking the guys that they have no eligibility left. Most of them, not all of them, obviously, but I don't know.
You no longer get a George Kittle in the 5th round. You just don't get that anymore. Not in the NIL era. You just
no. I agree. Well, anything else before we wrap up for the night, fellas?
4 teams will draft a quarterback in 2026, by the way.
Just 4, you think?
Yeah, I got Rams, Browns, Steelers, Jets, and then possibly Vegas, depending on what they think about Geno. So
Saints, no? Saints are definitely drafting a quarterback.
Saints would.
Oh, no, they drafted
Tyler
Tyler
Shough.
Shough in the second round.
Yeah,
Drafted him in the second. That's why I didn't really think of it.
I still think they get.
I think if I'm
probably
them,
top
I'd-
5.
I think the Cardinals could dabble.
Yeah. You put
Yeah, that
Colts on
Kyler
that
Murray
list? Did you say
situation has been
Colts?
interesting.
I did say Colts.
Yeah, Colts are definitely, I think, going to take one. Top
Panthers?
I'm trying to think of.
Nah, Bryce Young.
I think they give him another.
Bryce
Unless it's a
Young's-
disaster.
Bryce Young's got it, man.
I know he turned it around in the second half of last year, but it's been a really rough go so far.
You know how I feel about Bryce Young, Trent. You're not convincing me otherwise.
I think the Raiders are probably in. I don't know how this is going to go, but
You got to
think
think
the
so,
Raiders
right? I
are
mean,
quarterback.
Geno's going to be 36 at the end
Yeah.
of that.
there'll be some surprise teams too. You never know. The Jets.
I said the Jets, yeah.
You did say the Jets, yeah.
What about Grace's question? I think Black definitely plays.
Yeah,
It'll
he'll
be a
play.
rotation
of course.
minimal. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but minimal, yeah.
They're deep at defensive line. It's going to be interesting how it shakes out.
I
They're
agree.
really deep. What's going to happen?
It
with
is deep.
Leal, Logan Lee, guys like that. Well, where do they end up? Probably on the street. But
Hopefully we see a
Yeah.
lot of them in preseason. That's how we discovered Herbig.
Yep.
I think Leal's done. I don't think he makes the team this year.
He looked good in preseason last year, but like,
Didn't somebody say he's going to play? He's playing strictly outside linebacker in minicamp.
I think
not
Smitty
playing.
said that.
So would you
Yeah,
rather
so-
him? Would you rather him or Loudermilk make the team?
Can I say
Leal or Loudermilk?
I'm taking Liao.
With the guys that we currently have in the room, I think I would probably take Liao
Yeah.
because you have enough guys that are similar to Loudermilk.
Right.
It gives you at least something different.
Loudermilk's 27. Liao's like 24, 25. So
They got to find a spot and leave him then if they're going to play Leal. I mean,
I think
Can't
he's
keep
kind of
checking
just a Swiss Army knife, like third string everywhere. Play him if you literally have to.
yeah.
I don't know.
He's every week a roster bubble guy, like whether
Right.
or not he's actually going to
Yeah.
dress or not.
Right.
That's his path.
Right. Hopefully, he has a
Yeah.
good year on special teams this year.
That's his path, I think. That's his path.
Is this the year Mark Robinson gets cut?
You would think so.
Carson
But-
Burner brought into the mix.
Can
I don't
Holcomb
know,
stay healthy long enough to make week 1? That'll be a lot.
Saw this today. Mike DeFabo, not to keep this thing dragging out longer, but Mike DeFabo said that he could see Cole Holcomb possibly being a trade chip if he
Who's gonna
returns
trade
to form in the
Who's gonna
preseason.
trade for Holcomb?
I thought it was nuts too. And my first reaction actually was, then why the fuck did we get rid of E-Rob? Like, why wouldn't we have just signed E-Rob and just cut Holcomb if you were just going to trade him anyway? But I mean, if that plays out, we could see Mark Robinson and Bruner actually getting some snaps.
Yeah, I can't. I'd be shocked if Holcomb was traded for anything. Unless, if he plays well, they're going to keep him.
His deal ends this year. They're gonna play him as LB3 and have like
Yeah.
Robinson or Bruner LB4. No, because that Malik Harrison.
Malik Harrison, yeah.
So, I mean, do they keep 5 inside linebackers? No.
It's possible. Depending on how the roster shakes out.
Yeah, but then you're losing a lot. I mean, your DB room gets real thin real quick.
I don't even know
Yeah.
if they have more than 3 safeties they'd want to keep right now, right? It's Thornhill, Elliott,
Killebrew.
special teams, Killebrew
Killebrew.
special teams, and that's it. 3 safeties and 5 inside linebackers. Like you said, you move Jalen Ramsey to safety and base.
Yeah, you'll probably they might keep 6 corners.
Yeah.
That's possible.
I don't know.
6 corners because of Ramsey.
I thought that was kind of crazy. He was serious about it. Like, he feels like if he comes back to form, like, he really could be somebody they trade away to get some more capital. But to me, I'm like, why in the hell? Why did you make the moves you made then? Like, I don't know.
Even if he plays up to above anyone's expectations, what does that bring you back? He's a guy with multiple injuries on the last year of his contract. He plays inside linebacker, which isn't exactly the position everyone's breaking doors down for.
And he's like 29.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's close to 30. What does that guy give you? Even at best case scenario.
He'll probably finish up with Pittsburgh this year and then sign like 2 one-year deals and then retire. I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yes, my Rodgers jersey is in transit, by the way, so
Same.
Absolutely.
Colin's got a few jerseys to replace on that wall back there, so hopefully one of them's not TJ Watt.
All right, dude.
Wait, we had a discussion last time. You were supposed to take that down until after the deal is signed. Okay, that wall is the wall of death right now.
I don't have the heart to take the one down.
What percentage chance does he get traded in your minds?
Him?
Yeah, TJ.
TJ.
Oh God. 15.
Yeah, I think I'm around 30 myself.
It's
fine. Up to him.
Can I meet you in the middle at like 22 and a half?
Sounds good.
Thanks. All right, yeah, 22 and a half for me and Dave.
If he demands a trade, that's the only way it happens.
Right, I agree.
Which I think we're as far away from that as people think. Because I think he is pissed off.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think we brought this up on the Steelers Sanctuary podcast. I think I gave it 70% chance he resigns. So,
dude, I say
it's either resign or trade, right? I mean, so I'd have to be at 30%.
Trent and I had talked about this. What do we say? We give him a 3-year? 3 times 4? 3-year, 120, $40 million on the dot a year, with like the ability to make 130. I think we talked about this like 2 episodes ago. That's what I would give him, like 3-year, 120, give him $40 million on the penis a year with the ability to make like 135, 140 if he hits like 15 sacks and wins a fucking playoff game, for Christ's sakes.
But that's my point. It seems easy, right? It seems simple. Why hasn't it happened yet? I'm sure it's TJ and his representation's thinking the same thing. This should be easy.
Because he's 31. He's the 31. We have a really good third edge, and he disappears after week 14 every single year. And we just traded Minka for a bag of chips and a penis.
So how about this? How many good years left do you think TJ has?
2
3?
max.
No.
I think 2.
3.
This year and next year.
I say
slide's
3.
already started.
I think I gave Dave, you might have to remind me. I think I gave the floor numbers for TJ Watt and sacks. I said this year I think his floor is 14. Next year I think it's 12. The year after I think it's 9. That's the floor.
How old is he right this? How old is he right this very second? Isn't he 31?
30, right?
31. I think 31, or he's getting ready to turn 31 or something like that.
He turns 31 this season, but he's not 31 yet, I believe.
I think he's good till he's 34.
Define good. Like 9-10 sacks a year. That's not $40 million a year, though.
You also have to understand, Dave, he is the very, 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 very best run defending edge in the world. And it hasn't been close for like 6 years. Like, Myles Garrett doesn't even hold a fucking candlestick to what TJ does in the run game. Like, we all know that. And I think that's something that people don't understand. Like, the guy averages like 17 to 25 TFLs a year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fantastic run defender. Like, that's the misconception about and that's what pisses me off the most is like, oh, well, he only had 11 sacks last year. Okay, he's the best run defender in the NFL by a landslide for like 6 consecutive years.
I don't know that he's the best. I mean, we talked about total tackles, right? He's never had a 100 tackle season.
He's an edge rusher. Do you expect him to?
James Harrison did.
Way different sport. It's
not that long ago. Are we talking 10 years?
Yes.
Roughly.
Yeah, no. Oh, what was 08? Fucking 17 years ago?
Are we 25 already? Yeah.
Yeah, he won
When you're
Defensive
talking-
Player of the Year.
When you're
He
talking
won
about
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He won Defensive Player of the Year in 08. That's the year he had like 116 tackles. That was 17 years ago.
I can tell you this: if Shower is right, I ain't fucking doing that deal.
Well, you could put phony years on the end of any contract. It's the guaranteed money. It's the guaranteed money. I mean, they did it for Ben. They gave him phony years just to make a contract.
This was a game plan issue. This was not a TJ Watt issue. Because Alex Highsmith did the exact same shit.
That whole defensive line crumbled.
They ran straight upfield and to the backfield to stop Lamar Jackson. And it really wasn't Lamar that gashed us. It was actually Derrick Henry that ran all over the fucking field.
Yeah, that used to work when they didn't have Derrick Henry.
Yes.
They'd crash on the quarterback all the time, and it would work. But now Derrick Henry just motorboating them. You can't do that anymore.
Derrick Henry's a lot better than Justice Hill.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, for real.
And that's our whole point about Mike Tomlin not changing with the times and not game planning and not. That's all goes back to Tomlin.
Oh, we know.
It all goes back to him. That game plan for that playoff game was horrendous. Horrendous.
And no, not one single adjustment. We're like, oh, Derrick Henry's going fucking complete ape shit on the defense. Hey guys, what I'm going to need you to do is do the exact same fucking thing for the second half of football. Like, we're changing nothing. Okay. Oh wait, they ran for 300 yards. No, who saw that coming? I don't know. Maybe it would be in the first half. That game drove me fucking nuts, dude.
Drove everybody nuts.
All right. I think we're time to wrap up on this one. This was a fun one. We went off the rails about 6-7 times, so we were under double digits. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
And
are you guys doing the Sank on Friday?
Yes, Thursday.
Thursday.
You gonna come on?
We'll talk.
Bring the same energy Thursday, Colin. Come on, buddy.
Let's do it.
Get all fired up. I'll get something to get y'all fired up. Come on, you can do it.
You bring up 39, I leave.
I'm fucking first thing on the pod.
39, so I'm with you on 39. So we're
Thank you.
We're on the same page on that one for sure.
Thank you.
Colin's working out the intricacies of the details of his contract before he comes on the show.
I'm making my notes right now. I'm drawing up a draft, so.
All right, guys. Well, Dave, I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
No problem.
It was a fun one. So everybody who's somehow still watching this shit show, we appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Till next time, we'll see you.
That's all the shit I'm gonna get, motherfucker.
Excuse me. Thank you.
What am I supposed to do?
You are embarrassing yourself here, lads.
Saw that coming.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Okay, I'll play. You got me.